I apologize, guys. I didn't realize that I did not have the correct intro picture for this stream today. We're actually episode 47 of Real Talk with a Vulnerable Angel and Friends. And the title should have been Psychology Testing and not Personality Testing, which was last week. Anyway, I am joined by Sharad tonight. Welcome, Sharad.
Hello. Thank you for having me back on.
It's all right. It's all right. I realized that it was the wrong thing right after I clicked go live, and I was like, oh, like there's no cancel button. I think I have to just go with it now.
No worries, no mistakes, just happy accidents.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. So yeah, I mean, we're still going to be using the same website that we used last week when we were doing personality testing, but it's a psychology website anyway. So last week probably should have also been psychology testing. So we're going to continue on with some other psychology tests that I came across that I thought were interesting. I will pull up the name of the test and the URL in the captions below if anyone wants to join along with us.
Good idea.
Yeah, because last week was fun and we learned a lot about each other. We do answer, we do comment on the questions as we're going through them. And yeah, before we get started, I mean, the last stream that we did on Thursday night was a movie discussion. So we weren't kind of getting into some personal stuff really at all. But I wanted to kind of provide an update on the, I don't know, I guess future of this stream. Also, if this is your first time watching, we like to get really deep and vulnerable with our conversations and share stuff from our real lives. And yeah, so we've been doing this for almost a year now. So this is episode 47. I think if we continue on for each week, by episode 50 will be our anniversary show. I'm pretty sure, because there's only been 2 weeks that we skipped, and we did awesome. different streams those weeks. We were talking movies instead. Yeah, so my life-ish update is that I have just signed with a realtor to start the process of selling my house so I can relocate back to Malaysia. Right now I'm in California, but looking forward to making a change, as scary as it is. And speaking of scary, I'm thinking next week I might do fears and masks, because next week is Halloween. So it could be an interesting topic for next week. Yeah. All right, so let's get started with our tests, right?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll start with the Bartle test of gamer psychology, which sounded fun because we're both into video games, right?
We are.
And I thought it'll be curious to see what what psychology it says that we have. All right, so I will read what it says at the beginning here. Okay, so this is the online version of the Bartle test of gamer psychology, developed by E. Andresen and B. Downey, and based on the player types identified by Richard Bartle in his paper Hearts, Clubs, Diamonds, Spades, Players Who Suit Muds.
Right.
Don't know what MUD stands for. Test classifies players of multiplayer online games like MMORPGs into 4 types: socializer, explorer, achiever, killer, defined by the gaming elements which they find most enjoyable. Do you play MMORPGs?
I used to back in the day. I am very much a Final Fantasy kind of player, as long as Sokyu, then I don't know whether you heard of the series, and The Witcher. We're definitely my jams. But unfortunately, as I've gotten older, I haven't really gotten around to it. But I do kind of long to go back to that as well.
Yeah,
What about
Final
you?
Fantasy does have a couple of MMOs. I've not played the Final Fantasy MMOs. I prefer doing like solo playing stuff when I'm gaming,
Me too.
or with friends, but in the same place, not
Okay.
online.
Yeah. Same.
I've kind of resented having to do online stuff. For
Hmm.
the fact
It
that
just doesn't have the same thing. It doesn't have the
distraction.
magic. Mhm.
However, I have a question for you. Maybe you'll be able to answer this. I did like back in the day, in the early days of the internet, played the original Diablo. Does that count as an MMORPG?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's my only one then.
There you go.
Back
That's awesome.
when I was still a teenager, so more than 25 years ago.
Now,
Dude, this month or next week is like my 25-year anniversary of graduating high school. That's crazy to me.
yeah.
I think we graduated on Halloween in 2000.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, it was weird. All right.
Yeah, I graduated. Oh gosh, 23 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you're only a couple of years younger
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, for reference, this test is provided for educational and entertainment use only. It is not intended to be a psychological advice of any kind, and come without any guarantee of accuracy or validity. Assessment is free and anonymous. You can save the direct link to your results.
Nice.
All right, so there's 39 questions in this. It suggests it's 7 minutes long, but because we'll be discussing the questions as we go, I'm sure it'll take us longer than that. All right. Okay, questions in this test relate to your experience playing MMORPGs. I'm probably going to answer it in terms of any video games.
Yeah, same.
Because it says MMORPG is an online video game with a large number of players featuring a huge, persistent open world and role of a character you play. If you've never played a game like this, imagine what you would do if you did. Okay,
There you go.
there, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to be picturing it for if any of the other games that I play were MMOs. Okay. Are you more comfortable as a player in an online game talking with friends in a tavern or out hunting orcs by yourself for experience?
Okay, I'm going to go with the latter, the orcs hunting, out hunting orcs, because I have this thing where I think it links back to my childhood with sports games, but being picked last because I'm the worst. Mm-hmm. So I always tend to play games where I will kind of grind myself out to my maximum and then just hammer the story after that. So that's what I do.
That's fair. That's fair. Mm. Yeah, given how I normally play games. Look, honestly, I do both, but
You do?
Yeah, I do I do talk to all of the characters that I can. Like I just if there's a game where there's a story and fighting, I'm a completionist, so I do everything. Like if there's like a speech bubble or whatever above somebody's head that you're supposed to go and talk to them, or even if you not necessarily have to for the story, I will still click on every single one because like maybe there's information I want to learn about.
Side quest.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not a fan of grinding, but I do also when it's part of the story, I'm happy to do it. So I don't know. This is a tricky answer for me because I do both.
You do.
Am I more comfortable? Am I more comfortable as a player in an online game doing? Yeah, I think I'll probably go with out hunting orcs by myself for experience, though. Yeah,
go for that.
All right. Which is more enjoyable to you, killing a big monster or bragging about it to your friends?
Wow. Wow.
I think that killing a big monster feels
Yeah.
more accomplished than bragging
Yeah.
about it. Like, I
Right.
don't really talk to my friends about what I've accomplished when I play games.
Well, I mean, like, I instantly thought of it's a similar thing for guys where what would you rather, like, bagging a girl or telling your mates that you did? I I
Yeah.
think I will go with the memory of actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking when I first moved to Malaysia, you know, back in 2008, well, when I started doing stand-up comedy there in 2009, uh, one of the things that I talked about was how what I was doing at home was like going out and just trying to save the queen, and so like I was basically telling them what I was doing in my video game, like that's my accomplishment.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that'll do.
killing a big monster. That's what I find more
Cool.
enjoyable. Which do you enjoy more in game quests? Getting involved in the storyline or getting the rewards at the end? Storyline for me.
Storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think this goes back to the writer in me. And like I always prefer whenever it's a film, a TV show, even a game. You could have the best graphics in the world, the best game
Mm-hmm.
mechanics, but if the story's not there, I'm not going to be loaded in. Okay, I might be loaded in, but I won't stay.
Yeah.
Right. So if and I distinctly remember, even now I'm in my late 30s. I remember back to games on my PS1 where the story just took me on this grand adventure for like days and days and days. And so the story is what keeps you.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, there are some that I'm fine that don't need a story. Like Super Mario does not have much of a storyline, for example.
Well, I mean,
It
it's
does
a
not
rich
have
world.
it
Isn't it? It's a
has
rich world.
some story to it, but it's not much of it. Like it's not as in depth as what you get in RPGs, right? Like the
Right.
stories in those are so elaborate. And that's one of the reasons why I love playing RPGs. Um I didn't know that there was like a story element to MMORPGs though, like that you
Hmm.
have to follow the story along as well while you're
Yeah.
fighting with other people.
Yeah. I think it's great because yeah, like I mean, otherwise, what's to lure you in aside from oh this looks great or oh this looks nice, I can hang out with my friends. But then you can do that with 1,001 other different things. Like the
Mhm.
story is what gives you that sense of accomplishment and what it makes you feel like you've really achieved your goals.
Yeah, that's good. Because I thought, like, I guess, because as I said, like, Diablo is the only one that I've done. So I guess I always felt like it was more about the fantasy elements and the, um, whether it's like building stuff up or,
Hmm.
exploring the world and like the graphics and stuff that comes with it. So I'm learning stuff.
There you go. There you go.
All right, next question.
And
Oh,
yeah, go for it.
yeah,
Go
no,
for it.
go
Go.
ahead. Oh, you have
No, like
something else to add?
I was just thinking just now, like you were mentioning Mario. The fact is, like, even though there's no quote main, I mean, uh, well, I don't know if there is, but the
The
storyline
main
it
story
is
is the
great.
princess is in another castle. Oh, gotta keep
Yeah,
going.
but I mean, the fact is that you have all these amazing worlds and characters, and it's so unique. Where like you're like this Italian plumber, and you have this dinosaur as a pet, and you're like, "Blue," and it's just fun.
It is. It is. Okay, next question. Which would you rather be noticed for in an online game? Your equipment or your personality? I think personality.
Same, same. End of the day, the equipment is great, but then everyone has the same equipment, and
Yeah.
unless and this is one thing that really grinds my gears, is when people have those pay to play kind of pieces of
Oh,
equipment,
add-ons. Yeah.
yeah, add-ons, right? And when you see them, you're just like, why?
Like you
And
spending
it,
extra money on
and
this.
yeah, it actually kind of pushes me away from that person. I'm just like, no.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
off-putting for you to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, personality is for me like that's how you really get to know people. And if you're playing a game online uh in as a way to meet other people, your equipment is like it's such a superficial thing compared to your personality.
Right. Right. Definitely.
Maybe it is just about like how much money can you collect and then spend on the best equipment. What does it mean? Well, do you value do you
Yeah.
value wealth over personality and substance?
Yeah. Well, listen, I just remember, like, people, like, I would die a lot. Like, I think if I actually was taking count, I might be in the Guinness Book of Records. But like but I remember, like, whenever I'll be chatting, like, I'd always try to be upbeat and asking people stuff. And I remember, I actually distinctly remember, I think you kind of triggered a memory. Where I remember I would apologize, going, guys, I'm so sorry. Within the first round, I tend to die, and they're like, "No, man, you're fine." And I'm there looting everything after I've been dying. But yeah, it's just part of the fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we both chose personality for that one.
Yeah.
The next question is similar to my expanded
Yeah.
comment on the previous one, although not exactly. Okay, would you rather be popular or wealthy? I think wealthy.
See, that's the thing. As someone who's is young, if during my younger days, I would definitely go popular
Mm,
because, I mean, we're growing socially, right? But when it comes to wealth, um, I mean, it's all about protection, really. And in some, I mean, it's the adage thing, oldest tale is time. If you're rich, people will flock to you anyway.
yeah, there's
But
that. Uh,
but mm, so which one would
I,
you go for?
I'm wealthy because I don't care as much about what people think of me these days, but money can go a long way to
Yeah.
filling in gaps that
Mhm.
would be helpful.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Which do you enjoy more in an online game? Getting the latest gossip or getting a new item?
I'm gonna go with
Neither.
the item. I'm gonna go with the item,
The item.
unless the gossip's part of the game.
Mm.
Like says, "Oh, would you like to hear this thingy about this hidden thingy?" Then maybe, but I mean, you can't beat an item.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm kind of like neither. I my kind of thing is like I have my tried and true equipment, and
Yeah.
although I will say, I guess this kind of counts in Pokemon, the most recent RPG one with Scarlet and Violet.
Mm.
They had like game codes that you could use to get free items, and I absolutely took
Nice.
advantage of those as much. So I
Nice.
would probably, given that, my answer is probably new item.
Yeah. Same. That's awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Which would you rather have as a player in an online game? A private channel over which you and your friends can communicate, or your own house worth millions of gold coins? The private channel, probably.
Yeah. So, even though we were talking about
The wealth
wealth and
before.
everything, yeah, but I don't know. This, I mean,
It's different with like popularity is different from just having a small circle of friends,
right,
though, right? Like
right, right.
popularity is more like across the board, lots of people think you're amazing.
Hmm.
But you can be not popular and still have a small group of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my answer.
Hmm.
Which would you enjoy more as a game player, running your own tavern or making your own maps of the world, then selling them? I think maps, because that means that you have to explore more areas.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Running your own tavern does sound fun, but I used to be a bartender, so I know that.
But you can run your own tavern without being the bartender. You're just
True,
telling what the bartender's to do.
true, but but I remember like the owners of the bar, they had to deal with a lot of schematics and stuff like that. And I can imagine it's a huge headache. So, but then making your own maps of the world, like as you said, this involves travel.
Yeah.
So that could be fun.
I like
But
exploring like every inch of maps when I'm playing RPGs. Like I
Mhm.
like because your maps get bigger as you explore the
Yeah,
world, right? And you get
yeah,
to add to them. So like that's what I'm picturing with
yeah.
this.
I'll go with that.
Like
I'll go with that.
every inch. Is there a treasure chest here?
You never know.
Yeah, exactly. What's more important in an online game to you? The number of people or the number of areas to explore? I bet you can guess my answer to this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with areas to explore.
Same, same.
Yeah.
Uh, since clearly I'm happy to play RPGs without people
Sure.
because
Yeah,
I
why
get to
not?
explore areas.
Yeah.
What's more important to you, the quality of role playing in an online game or the uniqueness of features and game mechanic?
This one's tricky because instinctively I want to say the quality of role playing, but as we were saying earlier, RPGs nowadays are a dime a dozen.
Mm.
So it has to be, it has to be something that will keep you locked in. So I think if I want to go long term for a game, I'll have to go with the features and the game mechanic.
Okay, okay. I think I'm probably going to go with quality of role playing. I mean, that feels like such an undefined thing, though. Like, what
Mhm.
do they mean by that? Is like the characters that you get to play, what you know about the characters that you're playing.
Right.
I mean, I guess mostly in MMOs, you're looking at creating your own character, though, right?
Hmm.
Still, but you still usually get to choose your like a particular archetype or whatever. So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to go with quality of role playing an online game.
Nice.
We deviated from each other.
Yeah, good. That's good.
So hopefully we'll get a different answer at the end.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Um, you are being chased by a monster in an online game. Do you ask a friend for help in killing it or hide somewhere you know the monster won't follow?
What would you pick?
Why don't you just turn around and try to kill it yourself?
I mean, presumably,
It's not an option here. It's too
yeah,
hard for you to kill.
yeah. Presumably, it's too hard for you to kill for whatever reason. Um, I would ask a friend because even if let's or even a randomer to help me because that put it this way, I would rather share the booty rather
Mhm.
than not having it at all. So yeah,
Yeah, well, the thing is also like if you hide somewhere, you're still gonna have to go back and kill it eventually. So,
right.
better to deal with it right then and there by asking a friend. So I think I will also say ask a friend for help
Hmm.
in killing it. Um, okay, you're a player in an online game and you want to fight a really tough dragon. How would you approach this problem? Get a big group of players to kill it, or try a variety of weapons and magic against it until you find its weakness?
Well, the obvious thing then would be get a group because presumably uh, everyone will have. I mean, if you're looking to fight a tough dragon, you'll want to have a plan, and so you have everyone have their designated roles. So even if let's say whatever you do doesn't work, someone else, the person next to you, might get it right. So yeah, I'll go with a big group.
Okay, I'm probably more inclined to just try a variety of weapons and magic against it
Eh?
until I find its weakness, because that's what I tend to do in other games where because I'm not playing with anybody anyway.
Mhm.
And that's how you figure stuff out. So,
Cool.
yep. That's my option. You're a player in an online game and about to go into an unknown dungeon. You have your choice of one more person for your party. Do you bring a bard who's a good friend of yours and who's great for entertaining you and your friends, or a wizard to identify the items that you find there?
I'll go with the wizard.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's all well and good to be entertained, but I want someone who's actually going to be helpful if I'm exploring a place like that.
That's the thing, because if you're going to a dungeon, presumably you're not going there for the lols, are you? So
yeah, no. You're going to be looking for treasures and probably finding traps and things. Yeah, you need to have some help. Is it better to be feared or loved?
Oh wow, this is deep. This is deep.
Loved for me.
I'll go with loved.
I'm wondering, like, I'm looking at this question, like, I wonder how my ex-husband would answer this question. I don't know how he would answer. Anyway, someone has PK'd.
Killed you.
Yeah, I know, but why is it PK?
I'm guessing personal kill, maybe.
I thought it was.
I'm guessing. I don't know. Private kill?
Yeah, I was thinking it should be KO'd. Someone KO'd. But no, that's a knockout anyway. So somebody has PK'd, in parentheses, killed you. Do you want to find out why and try to convince them not to do it again, or plot your revenge?
I'll go with the revenge, because I mean, that's the thing. When it comes to online gameplay, people are very, very impulsive. And when you think, why did you do this? Why? You are my friend. Why? And the other people will just be like, oh, I was just bored. And I just pressed the button and I was like, bleh. So, yeah.
Usually in games like this, like if you kill someone, then you get to pick up all of their loot that they dropped when they die, right? So if you plot your revenge, you can kill them and get your stuff back. That's how to do it. Like, you're not necessarily going to get your stuff back if you try and befriend them.
Exactly. Yeah.
They'll probably just try and kill you again. Like, especially if that's the kind of player that they are, they're not going to listen to you. So plot my revenge as well. Which is more exciting, a well role-played scenario or a deadly battle?
This one's tough. What would you pick?
I'm going to go with well role-played scenario.
Yeah, same.
Just because it's more of that story aspect, right? Like this, I'm there for the story first, battles later. So yeah, that's why.
Cool.
Which would you enjoy more, winning a duel with another player or getting accepted by a clan?
I will go with the clan, because family is everything.
You're like a Dominic Toretto in Fast and Furious.
It's about family.
This one's tricky for me. Because I've always been more of an outsider. I don't necessarily need to be accepted by a clan. But if I win a duel with another player, then that maybe I'd probably feel a little bit superior. So I'm going to go with that one.
Cool.
Would you rather vanquish your enemies or convince your enemies to work for you, not against you?
Well, it's obvious that you want to have as much, power as you can. But, and this is a big but, I don't know whether you've noticed this. Whenever you fight an opponent, whether it's a creature or another humanoid, they're super powerful. But whenever you get them on your team, they're like meh. They're not that great. So
Yeah.
I'll go with the Vanquish straight away.
Interesting. Interesting. I. I mean, it doesn't say this is necessarily in the game. It could be like also in real life. Yeah, it is hard to convince your enemies to work for you, but I think I'm going to go with convince your enemies to work for you, not against you, because if you look at it from my real life, how I ended up befriending my ex-husband's other exes, that's like there were times where we were quote unquote enemies, right? Or we weren't friends because of that kind of scenario and stuff. But then we became friends. So that one makes sense for what's more likely for me to do. All right. What's worse, to be without power or to be without friends? Oh my God, that's such an easy one for me.
Oh, well, again, we're sticking to the gaming world, right? So this is So
Not I don't know, because it seems the questions seem to be more specific when it's about in the in-game stuff, right? It still
mhm.
it mentions in the game in the question, right?
Yeah,
Whereas this question like this, it doesn't specify in the game.
fair, fair. But I don't know. It's okay. So, but because it is, jeez.
I think
Uh,
either way, I'm probably still going to go to be without friends is
yeah.
worse, because even if I was playing a solo RPG, like one of the Final Fantasy ones, um, having like collecting other characters to be part of your team helps build like the set of abilities that you have. So even if your character in itself does not have power, the other people in the team will make up for it.
Hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's my answer.
Hmm.
What's worse, to be without friends? What's your answer?
Yeah, I think so too. I think in the end of the day, though, it's well. That's the thing. Like, it's tough because you without power is one thing, but then there's other ways you can contribute to this team, to the story. Like, even if
You
you're
you
the
could be the
comedic,
medic, right?
yeah,
So
or the comedic relief, yeah, exactly. Like, or whatever it is you're contributing. And if you're by yourself, it's like womp womp. Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. Would you rather hear what someone has to say or show them the sharp blade of your axe?
Let's hear what they have to say.
I'm going to hear what they have to say as well. You can always hit them later if you need to.
Yeah, and who knows? Like, maybe they're about to tell you where the super secret thingamajiggy blah blah
Right,
blah.
exactly.
So
There might be a clue that you absolutely
yeah,
need, or else you're never going to find the thing that's
exactly.
the most important thing to have in the game.
Mhm.
In an online game, see, like I said, like there are questions that specifically specify.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
in an online game, a new area opens up. Which do you look forward to more? Exploring the new area and finding out its history, or being the first to get the new equipment from the area?
I would get the history.
Same,
Mhm.
same. I'm all about the exploration. I mean, I like collecting stuff too, but I like to explore first.
Yeah.
Then
This reminds me. Have you ever heard of the Fable game series?
I've heard of it, yeah, but I haven't
Yeah.
played.
So I played Fable 2 like really really intensely, and I remember like my character like we found a new I mean I found a new area, and I killed the baddie, and I was like, "Woo, yay!" And I put on the special armor. One thing I didn't realize, if I did my research, I would have found out that the armor was cursed. Yeah, so I was like,
Oh.
"Ooh." So all that, and just to set me back even further. But lesson learned.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. In an online game, would you rather be known as someone who can run from any 2 points in the world and really knows their way around, or the person with the best, most unique equipment in the game?
Hmm. I'll go with the first option, like person who really knows their way around,
Same.
because it's great to have the best equipment, but then again, everyone's got good equipment in the hierarchy
Yeah.
of things, don't they? So yeah,
Agree. Such a superficial kind of thing, and maybe your unique equipment is because you paid extra for it.
yeah.
um, but yeah, I'm very much a big explorer of things. Okay,
Hmm.
would you rather become a hero faster than your friends, or know more secrets than your friends?
Knowledge goes a long way, so I'll pick that.
Secrets, yeah, same. I like having secrets or being told secrets. They're like other people's secrets, not my own. I don't have very
Sure.
many secrets of my own. Would you rather know where to find things or know how to get things?
I'll go with get things because I'm thinking even if I find something and then I can't get, that's just going to be blue balls on a whole new cosmic level, isn't it? So and if I and whenever I do eventually find something, I'm like, oh, happy accidents, wonderful, and there you go.
Yeah, I think how to get things as well, because there's different ways you can get things. Like maybe you have to buy it from a particular type of shop. Maybe it is climbing into a really hard place to get to it. Maybe it is riding a chocobo to jump across a bunch of different things to eventually get.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's using your feminine wiles to uh, steal something from a person. I don't know.
yeah.
Okay. So get things. Which would you rather do? Solve a riddle no one else has gotten, or getting to a certain experience level faster than anyone else?
I'm gonna go with the riddle.
Same.
Yeah,
Same. There's some sense of accomplishment
yeah.
about solving something that nobody else has. Like,
Hmm.
eventually, you'll get to the other experience level. Maybe some people will be impressed if you're faster than everyone else, but yeah, I like solving riddles. It's one of those things that, like, those kinds of problems when you're a kid and uh, there's like riddles and stuff to answer, or you're like trying to understand the logic of things. Yeah, I love that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's funny. I think it goes back to that innocent child within us all. Like you want to unlock the secret. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Do you tend to know things no one else does, or have items no one else does?
I'll go
No.
with the knowing.
Yeah, same. I absolutely know things
Knowledge is power,
no
my
one else
friend.
does. I have this intuition about some things. Like being autistic, I have like this sixth sense of pattern recognition that allows me to kind of predict the future in some situations. So absolutely, I'm just like, well, I can see where this is going. And, 6 months down the track, told you.
There you go.
All right. In an online game, would you rather join a clan of scholars or assassins?
I will go with the scholars because again, knowledge is power, and to be fair, scholars they might know things the assassins do not. So
So
yeah.
wait, your answer was scholars?
Hmm.
I I don't know. I think as much as I like, smart things, um, I think it would be more fun to be in the assassins. I feel like that's going against the other stuff that I've said today. But in this situation, I think I'm going to go with assassins.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather win a trivia contest or an arena battle?
I will go with the trivia contest every day.
I'm usually terrible at trivia contests. I'm just looking at like the game. Like I've got some games or some video games that are like trivia games, and I'm usually like last place in playing.
Oh. But wouldn't it feel amazing if you did come out on top?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm always excited when I do end up winning in during situations like that. It's like, oh my god, I did it! So I would rather win in that because I don't know, arena battles seem easier to complete.
For sure.
Okay. If you're alone in an area, do you think it's safe to explore, or you'll have to look elsewhere for prey? What do you mean look elsewhere? Like you could be finding prey in this area.
True. I'll go safe to explore.
Yeah, I think so too. Or maybe it's suggesting that like because it seems safe to explore, you're like, I want enemies to battle, so I'll go look elsewhere for prey. So I think that's probably what it means. I'm going to explore it though. Okay, in an online game, would you rather be known for knowledge or power?
Knowledge for moi.
Yep, same.
Smarty Pants McGee over here.
Yes, I might prefer to be an assassin than a scholar, but assassins don't necessarily have power. They're just like hidey.
Exactly.
They're more like thieves and surprise attack.
There you go.
Man, my I don't know. I'm feeling silly right now.
You're triggering some memories on you.
I don't know what I'm thinking right now. I was like, that's funny. I just feel like I'm saying something silly, and that's fine. Like that's who I am, and it's actually refreshing for me to be able to be silly on the stream. I'm not like always
be who you are.
Yeah. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm just like, hey, here's a part of my personality that I don't think I've explicitly shared on my live streams before.
There you go.
Okay. Would you rather defeat an enemy or explore a new area? Explore a new area for me because, as I said earlier, not a fan of grinding. Do like exploring.
Well, we all love a good grind, don't we? I don't know. Like, I think defeating an enemy is all well and good, but if you're, exploring an area usually means there's, it's brand new. So I'll go with that.
Yeah, like defeating just any random enemy. Like maybe you've already defeated the same kind of enemy before.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
No novelty to it.
Unless it's like a one of a kind like dungeon boss, then yeah. But if it's just an
but it didn't specify. It just said an enemy. So there's definitely more novelty in exploring a new area.
Yeah.
You learn that another player is planning your demise.
Bastards.
Do you go to an area your opponent is unfamiliar with and prepare there, or attack him before he attacks you?
I will prepare.
Yeah.
Because if Arnold Schwarzenegger can take out the Predator with preparation, I can do the same to anyone.
But also, like, if you're in an area that the opponent is unfamiliar with, and you know where all the hiding places are, and can like attack from, like the assassin. Surprise attack!
Yeah. Lay your traps. There you go.
Yep, exactly. Oh, firebomb here.
Hmm.
Okay, you meet a new player. Do you think of him as? Why is that got to be a him? Maybe it's a her
Yeah, like
or a
think of
they.
them.
Do you think of them as someone you can appreciate? Someone who can appreciate your knowledge of the game, or as potential prey?
Uh, Without knowing them, I wouldn't immediately jump to prey. So yeah, I'll go with the first option.
Is this a new player who has never played the game before, or just someone who is new to you? Like that, I think there's a difference, right? If it's someone who is new to the game, who has never played before,
Hmm.
um, the first answer makes more sense to me. It's someone who can appreciate your knowledge of the game because you can teach them. I do like teaching people.
Yeah,
But if it's someone who has been in the game a long time, then they're probably not going to appreciate your knowledge of the game because they also have knowledge of the game.
yeah, very true.
I'm, I'm going to assume that it is a new person to the game, new player. So I'm going to go with the first answer.
Cool.
In an online game, would you rather have a sword twice as powerful as any other in the game, or be the most feared person in the game?
What would you be?
Have a sword twice as powerful as any other in the game, be the most feared. Probably the sword,
Same.
because I don't want to be feared. I don't want
Yeah.
to be the most. I don't want to be the most feared person. I'm fine with some people being scared of me because of intimidation.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, because I've definitely had people feeling intimidated of me before. You can get used to it. Um, but I don't want to be the most feared. Like,
Sure.
that would make me feel like I was Hitler or something. No, I
Yeah.
don't want to be like that.
And
Okay,
power is everything. They're twice as powerful. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
Right. In an online game, would you be more prone to brag about how many other players you've killed or your equipment?
I will go with the equipment, s'il vous plaît.
Same. I would not likely be going around killing other players.
Or
So
it's not just that. When you go around bragging, "Oh, I killed this and this and this," it's they're taking your word, aren't they? Or else with
mm,
your equipment, you can literally go, "Oh, it's just
I suppose there is that.
yeah,
But I still think like, yeah, I'm not going to be going around killing people. And if I did, why would I want to brag about it? Wouldn't they keep that more on the down low?
yeah." Keep it on the hush hush.
Because I don't want people to be like, oh no, it's that person. Like, I don't want to be the most feared person.
Right.
All right. Would you rather have a spell to damage other players, or a spell that increases the rate at which you gain experience points? Definitely the latter.
I love my EXP, so bring it on.
Same.
Mhm.
Give me my XP. Faster the better. Like, yeah, then you can get through the game faster.
Yep.
Don't have to grind as much.
Yeah.
Since I
Take
hate
it.
doing that. Yeah. Would you rather have 2 levels of experience? What does that mean?
I think
Or
level up. 2 points.
leveling up two places. Okay. Or an amulet that increases the damage you do against other players by 10%. I
Amulet.
don't care. Yeah, I don't. You go with the amulet?
Yeah, because I mean, 2 experience points is 2 experience points, but an amulet that gives you a 10% buff. Can you imagine, like the higher level up you go, that will exponentially grow.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is true. But I'm thinking in the terms of, but I don't care about attacking other players. Like, it doesn't say 10% damage against monsters in the game.
it
If
does,
it was,
but it doesn't say other, it doesn't say just players.
but no, what do you mean? It does. It says an amulet that increases the damage you do against other players by 10%. It doesn't specify that it's also monsters. But my dad last week was like, this is the thing about autistic people answering these kinds of questions, is there's so many questions around what does this actually specify? How do you define this question more specifically?
But okay, hypothetically, what if those spells are used for self-defense? What if someone goes after you and you can just go whammy and that puts them off? So that's what I'm thinking as well.
Oh, like if they're attacking you. So
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, so I'll probably go
I can see that. So even if you're not going around
killing people, at least
killing people
you're
intentionally, but when they are attacking you, then you get
can
to
just whammy.
defend yourself back. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm still going to go with the other one just because
Two
my
XP levels.
two levels of experience.
Mhm.
Would you rather receive as a quest reward experience points or a wand with 3 charges of a spell that lets you control other players against their will? I couldn't do that. Like
Yeah,
it feels very Harry Potter, that one spell that where you can
yeah,
control another person. Yeah, I'm gonna go with experience points.
yeah, and I'm the same. And I also live. I very much. The older I get, the more mature I am. I prefer the. I live by the adage: "Don't do on the other people what you would want them to do unto you." So
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've felt like I've been under coercive control, and I don't like that feeling. I couldn't imagine doing any kind of controlling of other people either,
mhm.
even if it is just a game. When playing a video game, is it more fun to have the highest score on the list or beat your best friend one-on-one?
I'll go with the highest score on the list because I don't want to be beating my best friend. If it's a random person, yeah, but if it's my homie, I don't want to. I don't want to beat him.
See, I'm thinking about like if I was playing, I know this is not an MMORPG, but if I was playing Super Smash Brothers, for example, it's fun to beat your best friend in a game like that. Like that's
Yeah,
fine.
just rub it in their face for the next few weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Right,
because they're
loser.
probably also beating me right back. So, you know.
Yeah.
um, but on the other hand, it's also probably harder to have the highest score on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depending on who your best friend is, like maybe your best
True.
friend is a shitty game player.
Yeah, exactly. Could be, yeah. The first time they're playing and you just destroy them.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm never playing with you again.
Spend 2 hours creating the character and then spend the next 10 minutes just destroying them.
Or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with the highest score as well. I think it's less likely that I'm going to do that. Oh, that was the last question.
Yep.
Okay. So show results. What
Ooh.
are we? Oh, this is not surprising at all. All right. So for anyone watching, the test scores give us a ranking of I guess from 0 to 100 in the 4 different areas of explorer, achiever, socializer, and killer. So what did you get for explorer?
I got 84.
84. Wow, even higher than me. I got a 79 for that one.
Nice.
What did you get for achiever?
I got 53.
Ooh, I got 58. So that's where I was on the other
Nice.
side. Socializer.
50.
Also 50. Wow, that's probably unsurprising. I think we answered the same questions for the kind of the socialized ones.
Yeah.
And then for killer,
15.
I also got 15. So yeah, so because so many of our answers were the same, so it was just the explorer achiever differences, but we still both got highest for explorer.
Yeah.
So the same order. in the rankings.
Mhm.
All right, I'll read the report. It says, I guess the ranking is listed based on what your actual highest is. But it says achievers regard points gathering and rising in levels as their main goal, and all is ultimately subservient to this. Exploration is necessary only to find new sources of treasure or improved ways of wringing points from it. Socializing is a relaxed method of discovering what other players know about the business of accumulating points, that their knowledge can be applied to the task of gaining riches. Killing is only necessary to eliminate rivals or people who get in the way or to gain vast amounts of points, if points are awarded for killing other players. Yeah, I wouldn't even be playing a game that points are awarded for killing other players. I would not. Like, that's like what, the Call of Duty type games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not into those kinds of games. Explore, I mean, apart from I did the GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64.
Oh wow,
I do have that game.
that's pretty cool.
Okay, explorers, which is what we ranked highest as, delight in having the game expose its internal machinations to them. They try progressively esoteric actions in wild, out of the way places, looking for interesting features, for example, bugs, and figuring out how things work. Scoring points may be necessary to enter some next phase of exploration, but it's tedious. Yes.
Yeah.
And anyone with half a brain can do it. Yes.
Yeah.
We definitely discussed that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Killing is quicker and might be a constructive exercise in its own right, but it causes too much hassle in the long run if the deceased return to seek retribution. Mm-hmm.
That could be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Socializing can be informative as a source of new ideas to try out, but most of what people say is irrelevant or old hat. The real fun comes only from discovery and making the most complete set of maps in existence.
Mm-hmm.
For those who get socializers as their top, it says socializers are interested in people and what they have to say. The game is merely a backdrop, a common ground where things happen to players. Interplayer relationships are important. Empathizing with people, sympathizing, joking, entertaining, listening, even merely observing people play can be rewarding. Seeing them grow as individuals, maturing over time. Some exploration may be necessary to understand what everyone else is talking about, and point scoring could be required to gain access to neat communicative spells available only to higher levels, as well as to obtain a certain status in the community. Killing, however, is something only ever to be excused if it's futile, impulsive act of revenge perpetrated upon someone who has caused intolerable pain to a dear friend. Fair enough. The only ultimately fulfilling thing is not how to rise levels or kill hapless drips. It's getting to know people, to understand them, and to form beautiful, lasting relationships. This makes me think, like, the kind of person that would prefer a game like Second Life. Did you ever get into Second Life? Have you heard of it?
No.
You're not familiar with it at all? My
What is it?
ex-husband got me into it because he was interested. So Second Life was basically like that, like it kind of explains for the socializing. It's like you can go in the game, you can build things. It's about meeting people and being social with them. And you could buy things in the game, I think, and rack up money and stuff. But it was really about meeting people in an online virtual world. So you got to create your own avatar that basically looks like you. It doesn't have to, but that was how we did it. We created avatars that looked like us. I did not get into the game very much. I don't know how much my ex-husband played it, but he was definitely more into it than I was.
Okay.
He was really not a video game person at all. He didn't like killing things. He was more of definitely the fun sort of puzzle type things, or just socializing with people online. All right, and the last class category that we ranked lowest in was the killers. Killers get their kicks from imposing themselves on others. This may be nice. What? Nice. For example, busybody do-gooding, but few people practice such an approach because the rewards, a warm, cozy inner glow, apparently, aren't very substantial. Much more commonly, people attack other players with a view to killing off their personae, hence the name for this style of play. The more massive the distress caused, the greater the killer's joy at having caused it. Normal point scoring is usually required to become powerful enough to begin causing havoc in earnest, and exploration is a kind of exploration is a kind of exploration of a kind is necessary to discover new and ingenious.
There you go.
I'll read it properly. Ways to kill people. Even socializing is sometimes worthwhile beyond taunting a recent victim, for example, in finding out someone's playing habits or discussing tactics with fellow killers. They're all just means to an end, though only in the knowledge that a real person somewhere is very upset. But this is basically if you're a troll. It sounds like so someone with the knowledge that a real person somewhere is very upset by what you've just done, yet can themselves do nothing about it. Is there any true adrenaline shooting? Juicy fun. Okay. Yeah, that's a shitty kind of role to play. I'm not a troll at all.
I'm such a vanilla cookie kind of person. I will feel if I could like make someone feel bad. I'm in the moment. Maybe if that happens, I'll be like, huh, but the rest of the day, I'll feel horrible.
Yeah, same. I couldn't picture it like just pissing off people. It's just not a thing to do. All right, for next psychology test, do you want to do? I feel like authenticity scale might be a good one to follow up with this.
Okay.
Authenticity scale. So if anyone watching would like to follow along and do this psychology test themselves, this is the link on the screen there. And I will be reading the details here. So it says the online version of the authenticity scale is, this is a very short one too, is designed to measure a tripartite conception of authenticity, comprising self-alienation, authentic living, and accepting external influence. And as always, the test is provided for educational and entertainment use only. It is not intended to be a psychological advice of any kind and come without any guarantee of accuracy or validity. Assessment is free and anonymous. You can save the direct link to your results.
Very nice.
All right. Before I start our questions, my dad is watching, and he says, I came in late, but not into computer games past the old Atari. You know, when I was a kid, my dad had bought an Atari.
Really?
and was using the 3.5-inch floppy disks with games and a keyboard and a joystick. So yeah. That was the day, and this was still like, and I feel like because this was like the 90s, I think, that he got it, so it was still like later in the season of when it should have been. I think people were past Ataris by then. All right, so as I said, only 12 questions in the authenticity scale. All right, let's go.
All right, so
I think it is better to be yourself than to be popular. And this is a scale ranking. So it goes from does not describe me at all, basically does not describe me, rather does not describe me, neutral, slightly describes me, basically describes me very well.
I'll go with describes me very well.
I think it is better to be yourself than to be
Mhm.
popular. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Very well. I don't know how I really feel inside.
Oh wow, this went really deep really quickly. Not bad. Ugh.
What level are you at for that?
I. Oh boy. Uh, probably slightly describes me, I'd say.
Mm.
Slightly.
This is tricky for me too, because I'm like, there are times that I really know for sure how I feel, and there's other times where I'm just like,
Mm,
it takes me a long time to process how I'm feeling about something.
yeah, same.
So I'm probably also in the slightly describes me. Like eventually I will figure out how I'm feeling, but it's definitely not in the moment.
No, never is.
How am I feeling about this? I'm just reacting to this. I'll process later how I'm feeling.
Mm.
I am strongly influenced by the opinions of others.
Uh, when I was younger, yes, I would say so. But now I would really say I'm not. So it does not describe me at all.
I'm going to go with basically does not describe me, because I do think that there are times where I will act in a particular way because of um, how, well, what somebody thinks. But
Hmm.
I try not to be. So basically
Okay.
does not describe me. I usually do what other people tell me to do. Well, it
Wow.
depends on um, if I agree that it's something that I should do, or if it's like they're a friend of mine and I want to help them out, or if I'm just like gonna,
Yeah.
stick to my guns and be like, nope, sorry,
Mm.
that's not something I want to do.
I don't know. Well, for me, it's usually when I get to that stage. Usually, it's from people I trust.
Mm,
So I will probably say describes me very well because I also want to be helpful. So
mhm.
I'll go with that.
I'm gonna go probably rather does not describe me,
Hmm.
because I'm less inclined to do what other people tell me to do. Because I'm also thinking like in terms of a societal aspect of like the expectations of what society wants me to do.
Interesting. Okay.
Um, so yeah, rather does not describe me, but there are times that I will if I agree with what I'm told.
Fair enough.
I always feel the need to do what others expect me to do. Does not describe me at all. Because it's always,
Yeah.
do I always feel like that? No.
Yeah. Same.
Sometimes, occasionally, but not always. So it does not describe me at all. Other people influence me greatly.
I would say basically does not describe me. I think it's. I think it would be very foolhardy to say that society doesn't influence you in one way or another. But I like to think I'm my own person.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with neutral because like I'm if there are people that I admire, then that influences how I want to behave or I want to be a better person. But I'm also capable of deciding on my own what I want to do.
Sure.
So I'm going to go with neutral for this one.
Okay.
Yep. Um, I feel as if I don't know myself very well. It does not describe me at all.
Yeah. Same. I know myself too well. So
Yeah, me too. I was like over analysis of myself.
yeah.
I always stand by what I believe in. Basically describes me.
Same.
I feel like we had a question like this last week.
Yeah.
I am true to myself in most situations.
I would say
Basically
it
describes me.
describes me very well because I have done things where I know it'll come back and bite me in the bum, but I'll do them anyway.
I did say most situations, so that does mean that like there are some situations that you are not true to yourself.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. I mean, it's a toss up between basically describes me or describes me very well. Probably describes me very well because it does account for the times that I am not. Okay. I feel out of touch with the real me.
Oh boy. Uh, I'm gonna go with uh, basically does not describe me. I think
Mm,
on that one because I think I
there are
know me.
times.
So, yeah,
There are times that you're not so sure.
yeah. There are
Yeah, I'm gonna
times where
I'm
I do question myself.
yeah. I'm gonna go with does not describe me at all. I feel like um even if I go against the real me, I still am in touch with what like I can still identify that I'm going against the real me, right? Because I know myself that well. Right. Does not describe me at all. I live in accordance with my values and beliefs. Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Describes me very well.
describes me very well.
Last question, because this was such a
Ooh,
short one. I feel alienated from myself.
this one's tricky because what does that even mean? I mean, I know. I know me, so it does not describe me at all.
Mm. I well, in terms of what it means, because maybe somebody's watching and they're curious. Do I feel
Mhm.
alienated from myself? I guess it probably means if you're not living authentically to who you are, or like, um, you have internally told yourself to behave a particular way that
Mhm.
is not in alignment with what you actually want to do, then you're kind of
Yeah, that makes
alienating
sense.
yourself. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I see it. So I'm going to
Okay.
say does not describe me at
Yeah.
all. All right, show results.
Roll
Oof.
results.
All right, so we've got 3 levels of uh,
Scoring.
areas
Yeah.
that we're scoring here, and they range from 4 to 28, it seems like.
Yes. 4 to 28.
Okay, so the first one is self alienation. What score did you get for that?
I got 9.
Ooh, 9. I got 8. So
Oh, okay.
similar. Yeah. Authentic living.
This one I'm a bit sus about. I've got 27.
I also got 27.
I'm a bit sus about that. I'm like, I don't think that's quite true.
Okay, okay. You think that there's more that you could be doing there to
A lot more.
take
A
care
lot
of
more.
yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, accepting external influence.
I got 11.
11. I got a 10.
Ooh. Okay. So very
So
similar.
our scores are very similar in all of the areas. I just got like one less in both the self alienation and accepting external influence.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the report says. It says in the person centered conception, authenticity is a tripartite construct defined by Barrett Leonard in
Interesting.
1998 as involving consistency between the 3 levels of a person's primary experience, B, their symbolized awareness, and C, their outward behavior and communication.
Ooh.
The first aspect of authenticity involves the inevitable mismatch between the conscious awareness and actual experience. Perfect congruence between these aspects of experience is never possible. And the extent to which the person experiences self alienation between conscious awareness and actual experience, the true self, composes the first aspect of authenticity. The subjective experience of not knowing oneself or feeling out of touch with the true self is indicative of this aspect of authenticity. The second aspect of authenticity involves the congruence between experience as consciously perceived and behavior. Authentic living involves behaving and expressing emotions in such a way that is consistent with the conscious awareness of physiological states, emotions, beliefs, and cognitions. In other
Ooh.
words, authentic living involves being true to oneself in most situations and living in accordance to one's values and beliefs. Do you still feel like 27 is too high?
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, now I'm second guessing myself again.
All right, all right. Maybe you should have ranked lower on some of those questions that we came
Maybe.
through. The third aspect of authenticity involves the extent to which one accepts the influence of other people and the belief that one has to conform to the expectations of others. Humans are fundamentally social beings, and both self alienation and authentic living are affected by the social environment. Interjecting the views of others and accepting external influence affects both feelings of self alienation and the experience of authentic living. Taken together, self alienation, authentic living, and accepting external influence compose the tripartite person centered view of authenticity.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, that was a short one.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. All right, my dad has some comments that
Ooh.
he left us while we were doing that questionnaire, so I will bring them up. Okay, back to the gaming thing. He says, Sims interest me for a while, found Second Life kind of attractive, but too commercial. See,
Yeah,
my dad knew Second Life. There you
that's
go.
pretty cool.
Dad, I don't know if you were in when I was talking about Second Life during that portion, but yes, I did bring that up. Maybe he was. Okay. Next comment, he says humanity tends to lean towards herd mentality. It is why people buy branded clothing and many other things. Harder to be a loner. The no man is an island thinking. Yes. And then he says a lot of people aren't very aware of their herding mentality, especially in youth, think they are going against the herd. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I agree with that, actually. I mean, you see it also like with no matter where you sit on the political spectrum, there is that herd mentality as well.
yeah.
You're like, you think you're thinking independently because the people that you're watching on social media, they're sharing their perspectives, and you're like, oh yeah, I think that too. But that I think that on my own or whatever. But maybe you're actually just being influenced by them
I
instead of
mean,
believing what you believe.
that's only normal. And again, in when we're younger in our youth, we want to be a part of something, don't we? And even if we want to be, oh, I'm not going to be part of the crowd. I'm going to do my own thing. You'll end up being with a bunch of weirdos on the side anyway. So you'll have that community anyway. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, even with like my value system, right? Like honesty and trustworthiness and integrity and all that kind of thing. Even that probably comes from herd mentality, like my influence of growing up in the Catholic Church, right? And so I still have those same kinds of Christian values,
sure.
traditional ones, not the way that they've been corrupted by some people in today's society. Uh, so yeah, like there's no way that you can be complete unless you grow up with nobody around you taking care of you and you just have to survive on your own. Of course you're going
Mhm.
to have some level of influence from people around you.
Yeah, I mean that's only normal.
Mm. All right, so we have 3 more tests that I have that we could choose from. Are you interested in doing purpose in life,
Ooh.
style of learning and thinking, or attachment style questionnaire? Because I remember there was several streams ago we talked about attachment styles and relationships and stuff. But we have not done a test on it to see where our results are.
Do you have a preference?
I mean, if whatever we don't do today, we can always do another time. So that's why I'm going with whatever you would like to do. I've
Let's
been
go with
picking the order for everything else. So,
let's go with purpose in life.
all right, purpose in life. So, anyone who wants to join us, here is the link. Type it into your browser. All right. I gotta click into it as well.
We have 20 questions in this one.
Oh, so this might be a short one for us to do too. And this is good for me because I also have been like, what is my purpose? I have no purpose right now. Maybe we can find out. All right, so this is the online version of the Purpose in Life test, PIL, as opposed to PIV, which means something completely different. Hopefully, my dad does not know what that means, but he can always Google it.
I'm sure you could.
Anyway, created by Jay Crumbaugh, or however that's pronounced, and El Mahalik, to assess how purposeful a person feels their life is. Oh, so it's not going to tell us what our purpose is. It's just going to tell us if we feel like our life is purposeful.
There you go.
I'm going to rank low on this one, I think. We'll see. We'll see. And as usual, the test is provided for educational entertainment use only. It is not intended to be a psychological advice of any kind and come without any guarantee of accuracy or validity. Assessment is free and anonymous. You can save the direct link to your results. All right. 20 questions. And it says, select the number 1 to 7 next to each statement that is the most true for you right now. Oh, okay. So I am usually, number 1 is completely bored. The middle 4 is neutral. And 7 is exuberant, enthusiastic.
Oh, I will go with maybe a 5, just one step above neutral.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely not always enthusiastic. Times, sure. Okay. Life to me seems this feels like the opposite direction that the previous one was. Number 1 is always exciting, middle is neutral, and 7 is completely routine. Although I guess, like, if your life is completely routine, maybe it is because you're following a purpose.
Right. I will go with maybe a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think neutral for me, right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In life, I have 1 is no goals or aims at all. Well, that's obviously not true for me because my goal is to relocate back to Malaysia. And then 7 very clear goals and aims.
I'll go with 6 for me.
Okay, that's a good number.
Mm.
I think I'm probably slightly above neutral, so I think I'm going to go with a 5 for this one.
Cool.
My personal existence is.
Gosh. Oh wow.
I feel like I'm going to have an existential crisis answering this question without even reading what the options are. My personal existence is 1 is utterly meaningless without purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 is very purposeful and meaningful.
Oh, geez. I mean, that's the thing. Is this in the greatest scheme of things? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'll go with a 3.
3.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm feeling like 2 for me. This feels very existential crisis. So like,
This is coming after me on this one.
yeah, I'm like, it's not utterly meaningless and without purpose, but like in the grand scheme of things, I'm one person in a population of what, 8 billion people in the world now. Like, I don't make a dent, I feel like, comparatively. So 2
Mhm.
for me. Every day is 1 is constantly new and different, and 7 is exactly the same.
I'll go with 5.
5.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I think I'm probably about a 5 as well.
Hmm.
If I could choose, I would.
Oh, jeez.
Another existential crisis question. Oh my goodness. 1 is prefer never to have been born.
Damn. Okay.
Ouch. Ouch.
Jeez.
Or 7 have 9 more lives just like this one. Who would want to relive everything over and over again?
Well, I mean, like, see, that's the thing. I have this long standing dream where could you imagine if you could redo your life over again with the memories you have now?
I would make different choices, but the thing is, like, you would relive everything the same, is I feel like was what that's saying in the last one. 9
I
more
mean,
lives just like this one. You just do everything exactly the same.
but then again, it's you're having 9 more opportunities to enjoy the moments, even though there are bad ones. There are going to be ones that you'll never get back again, and having them 9 more times is amazing. Like, could you imagine?
Oh, yeah,
Well, I
the
mean,
most of one.
yeah,
I would want to be able to change how I did them though. Like do better.
yeah,
If I was going into it with the knowledge of everything I did before, I would absolutely try and make better
of
decisions.
course, yeah, of course. I mean, like, yeah, maybe I would go with. I'll go with the 6.
6 for this one. Oh, okay. I feel I don't know. I don't know. I feel kind of depressing. I was like, I somewhere between 1 and 4 is where I'm feeling.
That's fine.
Um, for
Don't
never
pick
to
one
have been
though.
born. No, I'm not going to pick one. It's like either a 2 or a 3. I think I'm probably. No, it could be neutral, and there are things about my life. I don't know. I'm going to go neutral. I'm gonna go
Okay.
neutral 4, right in the middle. After retiring, I would. Who says I'm going to retire? You think I'm going to have money to retire?
Yeah, I'll be probably working on my deathbed. So yeah.
But assuming that we can afford to retire, after retiring, I would. 1 is do some of the exciting things I have always wanted to do. Or 7 is loaf completely the rest of my life.
I mean, that does sound exciting. So
How I'm feeling right now is totally like what I want in my life right now is that loaf completely the rest of my life. That is
mhm.
what I need right this minute. Now, that doesn't mean that I will. I'm probably 6 is probably better for me. Like I think there will still be other things that I want to do, so not completely loafing, but uh mostly loafing.
I will be going the opposite way because with my father recently retired,
Mhm.
uh, he does talk about he's got no purpose, and yeah. So for me, I want to be every day. Give me something brand new. Let's live life, living la loca or whatever it's called, and just have fun.
No, that's fair. For me, loafing involves watching a whole ton of movies that I've never seen,
Yeah,
playing video
just
games
Netflixing.
I've
Yeah,
never seen. It's still doing exciting things I've always wanted to do. It's just in the loafing capacity
yeah. Fair enough. Fair
from
enough.
the comfort of my own home. Now, there are like I mean, I think I would also want to have some travel to places I've never been to, which is
Hmm.
why it's not in the completely the rest of my life. I don't know, maybe 5 is probably a better for me. I think it's more loafing, but still want to do some of the other exciting things. There we go.
Mhm.
5. All right. Wait, what number did you pick for that one?
I picked the what was it? I picked
1.
1.
Okay. In achieving life goals, I have
Oh,
one is I know another existential crisis
oh,
question. 1 is made no progress whatsoever, and 7 is progressed to complete fulfillment.
all right, dickhead. Okay, I'll go with 1 because I still have a long, long way to
You
go.
feel like you've made no progress at all, though?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But, like, you got to, work at Astro. You've written things. You've accomplished some stuff. I wouldn't
Okay,
say you've
fine.
made no progress.
I'll go with 2. I'll go with
Yeah,
2.
thank you. I don't want you to sell yourself short for what you've
All right,
done.
fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm gonna go with probably a 5.
Hmm.
Because I have actually accomplished a lot of things that I have wanted to do in my life. They're not big goals. Like, one of my big life goals that I wanted to do was produce a feature film that I wrote, and I've made like minimal progress towards that. But other things I've done that like has impressed me has been like, publishing my novel, and fuck, I've written a 235,000 word memoir. Like, that clearly I've accomplished stuff. So I'm gonna go with, I think, a 5.
Nice.
5. My life is another there's so many existential
Jeez.
crises with this section, or this question test. So my life is 1 is empty, filled only with despair.
Oh my gosh.
And 7 is running over with exciting good things.
I
I
will
think
go with 6
6.
because
Yeah.
and I know this is surprising. Like, one thing that I definitely will not take for granted is my second chance at life, because after
Oh
falling
yeah.
ill, yeah, like, speaking a lot to the community of people who have similar illnesses to me, I'm in the top 1% in terms of recovery. So
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hmm.
I hmm, I've I'm either somewhere between 3 and 5. Like, it fluctuates, I feel like, depending on the day for
Mhm.
me. Some days I feel like my like my life genuinely is like empty, and there's like, what the frick am I living for? I think once I get out of the United States, things might shift more, because I do feel a lot of despair just from living here and
Nice.
the political climate.
Okay.
And so once I get out of that, it'll be better. Hopefully. Hopefully. Who knows? So probably the best option would be just to go neutral right now. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because I feel so overwhelmed. Like, one of the things that I said to my therapist last week, my therapist that I've only seen like 3 times so far. She's like, I'm
That's
surprised by
pretty
how
good.
open you are already. I'm like, I'm just honest. Um, but I said, like, I feel so overwhelmed that I just wish that I had someone around who could take care of me. And then she was like, uh what does that mean to you? What does taking care of you mean to me? Like, is it emotional support? I'm like, no, not so much. It's like just taking off some of my responsibilities from my shoulders. Like, have somebody else to come and do these things for me so I don't have to. so
Nice.
so anyway, anyone who wants to come and help take some responsibilities off my shoulders, please reach out and tell me.
Please
That would
do.
be awesome. Like, I don't know what things random strangers can help me with, but maybe there's something.
Fair enough.
Okay. Question 10. Oh, we're almost halfway through once we're done this one. If I should die today,
Jesus.
I would feel that my life has been 1, very worthwhile, to 7, completely worthless. See, some of these, like, they do feel like shifted for in terms of
Yeah,
purpose.
jeez.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
very worthwhile. I actually do feel like I would be fine with dying today because of the life that I've lived. I've been happy with for the most part, even if I don't feel like I have a purpose. I'm happy with the life that I've lived for the most part.
yeah. Um, I will go with 3. I think just above neutral.
Okay.
Mhm.
In thinking of my life, I often wonder why I exist.
Jeez.
I don't usually think about it, honestly. To 7, always see a reason or my oh, I guess that's for my being here.
Yeah, I'll go with 7.
You always see a reason for your being here.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I think so. I mean, like, even though it's scientifically like we're like 1 in a billion to be here, or even higher than that. I do think that our relationships with people are what define us.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, I like to think of myself as a good son, a good friend, and I like to think that long after I'm gone, people will still remember me. So
That's
that'll
good.
do.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I definitely do not always see a reason for my being here. Um, but I definitely don't be in the often wondering why I exist because I'm not even really thinking about existence much at all ever. I'm just like I'm just existing without thinking about why I'm existing, you know? Um so I'm probably going to go with it's probably more of a 5 for me. Yeah. Um as I view the world in relation to my life, the world, 1 is completely confuses me, and 7 is fits meaningfully with my life.
This world confuses the hell out of me, so I'm going to go with 1.
Okay. So
Oh,
as I
gee.
view the world in relation to my life, the world. Hmm, yeah, I don't know that completely confuses me, but I think maybe a 3
Mm.
because there are definitely things that I am confused by, like why the fuck do some people make some of the decisions that they do? Like that's
Yep.
insane, right? But other times, like I can understand. So I'm gonna go with 3.
Hmm.
I am a 1 is very irresponsible person, and 7 is very responsible person.
See, this one's tricky for me because obviously now that I'm older, I like to think that I'm very much so more responsible. But at the same time, because of my illness with the short term memory, I can be very, very forgetful.
Mm,
So that can be tricky. So I will go with neutral on this one.
okay. How do you remember to keep coming to these live streams all the time then? Is it just because it's in
Uh,
the calendar?
I have
Just because
notes.
it's
So
in the
there you
calendar.
go.
Yeah, fair, fair. I don't know how I'd cope without my calendar too. I mean, most of the time I can still remember the things that I have coming up, but I don't know if I would if I did not initially put it in my calendar in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you said neutral, right? I
Hmm.
think I'm gonna go with 6. Like, I in some ways I wish I could be less responsible person. Um,
Hmm.
but I feel like I have to be because I'm a single mother. I have to be thinking about responsibilities as an adult.
Yeah, I feel you.
What's that?
Hmm.
Man, I'm really getting my personality out today.
Yeah.
Okay. concerning man's freedom, this is the gender neutral man. Concerning man's freedom to make his own choices, I believe man is 1, absolutely free to make all life choices. 2, 7, completely bound by limitations of heredity and environment.
This kind of makes me think of something that I remember, like we talked about in English class when I was in high school in Malaysia. We talked about nature versus nurture,
Mm-hmm.
and the idea that we all have the illusion that we're free, but how often do we end up repeating the mistakes of those around us? So I don't know.
I'm probably, yeah, I think neutral. Like, I feel like both things taken
Yeah.
into account. Like, technically, you are absolutely free to make all life choices, but they're generally influenced by your uh, background and
Mm.
experiences and your fear responses, and like all of that stuff is automatic.
It's an
So,
illusion of freedom.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you still have some control over your
Yeah.
own
So
choices.
I'll go with neutral.
Yeah, me too. With regard to death,
Jeez.
I am 1, prepared and unafraid, or 7, unprepared and frightened.
Normally, death would absolutely terrify the bejesus out of me. But like I said, in recent times, with taking into account my health and losing my mother recently, I remember, like, I think I might have told you guys, like, the night before she passed, my mom would like said that she could see my grandfather and our dog, and she felt really really comforted by that, and that's something that will stick with me. So I think if if it happens, it happens, really. So I will go with I will go with prepared and unafraid.
Oh, number 1.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with 2. Like, I'm fairly prepared and unafraid, but it
Hmm.
depends on how I go. Like, there's certain circumstances that I feel like if, for example, I was murdered or I was hit by a car, like a
Yeah.
violent death, I'd be like, ah, no, I'm not prepared and unafraid of that. But for the most part, I'm fine. So 2 for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, geez.
Jeez. I'm going to rephrase this to the internet friendly way of saying
So
this.
with
So,
regard to unaliving yourself,
yes, with regard to unaliving yourself,
uh,
I have 1 is thought of it seriously as a way out.
mhm.
Is this all across like your entire history or just
I'm guessing
presently?
so. Yeah, I'm guessing so.
To 7, which has never given it a second thought.
I have never given it a second thought.
Really?
Yeah, like I remember like them times where everything's gone wrong and you think the whole world's out to hate you,
And
but
you
it just never.
still
I
never even
still
considered it.
never
Wow.
ever,
Wow.
never ever. Mm.
You have never been depressed, my sir.
I've been very lucky. I've
Because
been
I'm
very lucky.
pretty sure unaliving one's self-ideation
Well,
is a
like I
major
said,
symptom.
the only time I really, really thought about it, I can actually remember exactly what happened. I was in the hospital in Savannah, and I remember like thinking, oh, like the doctor said I would never walk again. I could only do this, and I remember like saying out loud, like, wouldn't it be easier if I could just like unalive myself right now? And I remember like lying down, and I couldn't even move my pinky, and I just burst out laughing
Mhm.
because I was like, I can't even do that. And I remember like I would tell people that, and they would laugh really awkwardly, and I was like, it's hilarious. I can't do it to myself, and yeah, so it became like a running joke.
Wow.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to go with 2 because I genuinely have in the past uh, would have been a 1. Um, bec- but I'm going to go with 2 because even in those situations where I was imagining it and how I would go through with it, and being like very specific, vivid imagination of how it would happen. And it's probably not a good idea for me to go into details in case anyone gets ideas. When I followed through with things, I would generally stop myself from actually feeling like I could go all the way, because for two reasons. First of all was like, how would my kids cope with this? I don't think I could do that to them. And then second of all, what happens if I survive this? I would be severely deformed and disabled or whatever. Like I don't think I could live with that situation. So that is why I've never actually followed through with making a serious attempt. Good reasons, hopefully. Whatever it takes to survive. Jeez.
Oh, dear.
All right. Okay, 17. So I've got 4 questions left. I regard my ability to find a meaning, purpose, or mission in life as 1 is very great, through to 7, practically none. So I regard my ability to find a meaning, purpose, or mission in my life as...
I would say, like, even though I'm very much have underachieved thus far, I don't want to limit myself. I do believe that tomorrow does, as cheesy as it sounds, does present a better day. And who knows? I mean, you might find your calling might just drop in your lap tomorrow. You never know, right? So who knows?
So what's your number then?
I'll go with 2.
2? Okay. I'm feeling like 5 for me. Regard my ability of finding. It's so hard for me to find. Like, even if I'm capable of like, okay, I'm doing this thing and I've accomplished it, like, or achieve it. Like, okay, what's next? Like, I don't know. Like, it takes me a while to figure things out. So I think for me, like a 5. 5. My life is 1 is in my hands and I am in control of it. Or 7, out of my hands and controlled by external factors.
I'm going to go with 3 on this one, because even though we are very much influenced by the world around us, we are the drivers, really. So yeah, I'll go with 3.
So I'm more of a neutral, I think, because there are definitely things that I feel like I have control over, and then there's things that I don't have control over. And I think it's about 50-50, like, because obviously there's so much stuff happening in the world around me. I have the capacity to block certain things out, but like, obviously there's going to be roadblocks in my way that I can't like follow through with other things, or things will come into my obstacles will come into my path, and I was like, okay, I got to get around this. That's out of my control. So more neutral for me. 2 questions left. All right. Facing my daily tasks is 1, a source of pleasure and satisfaction, or up to 7, which is a painful and boring experience. Daily tasks.
I am actually going to go with 1, because, like I said, following my illness, I didn't think that I'd be able to have a second chance at life. And I know it can be mundane and unfulfilling to most people, and to me as well sometimes. But I have to remember where I came from, to not being able to get out of bed, to being able to do everything myself. So yeah,
that's great. To me, daily tasks is like the things that you have to do in order to make sure that you're washed and clothed. These like repetitive things is so boring. But if it's involving like getting to eat out with someone, that's a fun experience. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with 6.
Okay. Fair enough.
There's a lot of boring crap. All right. Last question. Woo, we're almost done. I have discovered one is no mission or purpose in life.
Gosh.
2, 7, clear-cut goals and a satisfying life purpose.
I'm going to be more inclined towards 7, not quite 7. Maybe I'll go with 6 because I know what I want to do and what I have to do it. I'm just haven't, and I'm on the way to doing it. I'm just not where I want to be yet.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll go with a 5 or a 6.
This is tough because I've definitely have in the past had mission and purpose, but right now I do not. So I think probably neutral is the best one for me.
Yeah, the
Just
more I think
because
about it, I might go with a
overall.
5. Yeah.
Okay. And we're done.
Ooh.
Show results.
I have got a 99.
Wow. Wow.
But 99 out of 140.
Oh, it's out of it. Okay, fair enough. But still, like that sounds high. Yes, you're right. It is out of 140. And it shows you the different sections. So if you get a score between 20 to 91, it is considered a low level.
Mm-hmm.
Then 92 to 112 is average, and then 113 to 140 is you definitely have a presence of purpose and meaning. Okay. So I have my score is 81, which is low level. Low level. It means it scores at or below 91 indicate a lack of clear meaning or purpose. Told you, I know that's exactly what I said. I'm like, I don't know. I have no meaning or purpose right now. God, I really wanted this test to be like telling me, it would tell me what my purpose was, not telling me that I have no purpose in life. I knew that already. Oh well. Okay, my dad has left us some more comments throughout that one, so let's see. Okay, I think this is the next comment here. It says, real values are in all humans called natural law. It is interesting if you look them up, most cultures follow them and are similar to the 10 Commandments.
Okay.
Yeah, so like whatever your Christian, whatever my Christian religious values are, is fairly common across all the different cultures and backgrounds.
Yeah. Don't kill, don't steal, don't covet other people's wives, etc.
Yeah, don't be jealous and envious. Don't blaspheme, no matter who your God is. Do not.
Well, that one's not really my kind of thing. So
yeah. Okay. Next comment from my dad. He says, for the life purpose test, check out what color is my parachute I mentioned before. Many of these tests focus on interests, some on one's actual skills and abilities. All right, so we can, Dad, if you can send me the link on Facebook, then I can consider that for a future one. Obviously, not right this minute because we're, might I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so many of these tests focus on interests. So that one might be able to help me find my life purpose. My dad says, I keep getting from the interest tests I would fit in with a social function filled with successful psychiatrists, second psychologists, and third priests. Yeah, I can see that.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I was just telling one of my friends that I caught up with recently, like, I feel like psychology makes sense as an area for me to get into just because I really love trying to understand people.
Hmm.
Um, way more self-aware than the average person. And that makes me really want to dive into the reasons other people do things as well. So
Yeah, why not?
but it takes time to study psychology. It's not just reading the books that I can buy from a store.
But it all takes one step. You just got to go for it.
Yeah. All right. My dad also says on accomplishments, you underrate yourself. I underrate myself. How
Mhm.
many people can claim being #1 Google search for Australian comedy when you maintained it? Starting stand up comedy in public at 15, when most people continued uh, can give a speech to a small group. Oh,
Aw.
when most people can't give a speech to a small group. He's
That's really.
right. I do um underrate myself. But I also like I feel like my accomplishments compared to other people who have done those things is not necessarily to the same extent. Like I'm not someone that a lot of people know in those areas. Like just because I've done things doesn't mean that I'm, good at it necessarily.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, like you've done what you can always say. Whatever you've done, some people haven't had that experience, right? So there you go.
Yes, there are a lot of things. Dad, I was actually 16 the first time I performed stand-up comedy in public. Not far off. 15 was when I started writing comedy and recorded, my comedy on my computer and
That's cool.
then burned CDs and I sold them. Well
How
before
much
I
did you
started
sell them?
performing. I think $12 or something. I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at you, little entrepreneur.
12
Yeah.
Australian dollars. Thank you very
Still,
much.
yeah, that'll do.
Australian
That'll do.
dollars. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like my book publishing is the biggest accomplishments that I've done. Oh, like my
Mhm.
last job also, but like, and I got life purpose from it, but because like I've talked about this on the streams before, like, but it's not an ongoing thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
that's where I get tripped up. It's like, okay, once I've done the thing, then like now what's my next purpose? I'm done with
Yeah,
that
it's
now.
maintaining the grind, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And also a lot of people like, obviously my dad is very proud of me for accomplishing these things, but most people don't give a shit. Most
Well, I
people do
mean,
not give a shit.
unfortunately, the world doesn't revolve around us.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So my dad also says free will is a complicated discussion. Most define it as control on all decisions. My own reflecting, I think it is more to do with free to choose God or not, which leads to different consequences.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then he also says daily tasks related to my weakest area, executive management. It triggers avoidance in me. Yeah, yeah. This is a common autistic thing, right? It says often heard lazy from others, but research teaching me it's partly brain wiring. Absolutely, this is a
Yeah.
huge, executive dysfunction is one of the like autistic challenges, right? And that now the level of executive dysfunction kind of varies depending on the autistic person. It's like there's no as the saying goes, if you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. Like there's so
I
many
like that.
like
I like that
different
saying.
fluctuations and all of that. But yeah, for me, it's very much like I will get on it once I have to do it. So like I've talked about this before. My dishes get done when there's none left, and so you have to do them. Otherwise, you cannot eat. Right?
Oh no.
But
Yeah, fair enough.
recently, like okay, this last week, my daughter when I like one of her like her only chore around the house is to unload the dishwasher, putting the dishes away.
Right.
I rinse her dishes and load them into the dishwasher for her. And so the last time that the dishwasher needed to be unloaded, I was like, all right, it's time to unload the dishwasher. And she's like, what, already? I feel like it just happened. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you don't bring your dishes down for ages. And then I immediately have to load the dishwasher up and put it on again so we can
That's usually how that works.
them,
Yeah.
right?
Usually how it works.
So, you know, huge autistic household. My son is the most functioning in terms of executive function in the house. I feel like I there are some things that I do more often than than my kids, but I feel like my son is a little bit more on top of things, like washing his clothes. I only washed my clothes today because I had no t-shirts left.
Oh, no.
And I've had a pair of jeans that was stained with coffee from a friend who accidentally spilled them since last Sunday. So 5 days I'd had coffee stains on my jeans
Dominica,
and didn't
sort
even
your life
bother
out.
spraying them. I was like, what? And then like I Googled like, is it better to get coffee stains out in cold or warm water? Because I didn't know. And then it's like some of the results was like, you should really like soak it in stuff immediately afterwards, otherwise you might never get the stain out. It's just going to set. I was like, fuck, what? It's been 5 days already. Or you need to at least soak it in cold water and blah blah blah. So I had already, you know, you can get like pre-wash stain remover spray, so I sprayed that on the coffee stains. And I put the jeans in the washing machine with all of my other clothes that needed to be washed. I have a huge washing machine. This is why I can get away with taking forever to do my laundry. And I was like, well, if I'm supposed to soak it, I guess I'll put the pre-soak option. And I did put the cold water because, as I said, cold water, yes. Warm water, no, because it can make the stain set. So cold water. And I did that in part, like the only reason I even Googled that was because I had watched a movie, I think last week, with Karen Gillan in it. And her boyfriend, when he was breaking up with her, was like, take the bloody sheets with you because you wash them in warm water, so the stain is still there. I was like, oh, does that mean you're supposed to use cold water?
That's funny.
Like, I didn't know. How old am I? Almost 42.
That's very cool.
Anyway, so I put the pre-soak option on, and otherwise, you know, in cold water, and otherwise in normal settings. No stains once it was full. That came out. So, haha, screw you,
That'll do.
internet. It did not matter that I waited 5 days.
That's funny.
So, yes, executive dysfunction, not necessarily the end of the world.
Very cool.
I did intend to wash them like as soon as I got home, but then I found myself doing other stuff. All right. So, looks like my dad has one more comment for us here. He says, my main purpose is to learn and discover what love is, especially unconditional love. It isn't as simple as it seems. It partly comes from catechism in childhood. No love serve God.
I want to know what love is. Dun, dun, dun.
That was like my first theme song for my relationship with Lee. Like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
very very early on in our getting to know each other romantically. We were having a chat somewhere in the dark, like late at like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and that song popped into my head as like, oh, this is what this is what it's thinking.
I want to know what love is.
I want you to show me.
Yeah.
All right. How are you feeling? I mean, we're at the 2 hour mark. You done with tests? We can pick up the other ones in a future stream, or
Let's do that.
okay. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Like we did 3 tests this time.
That'll do.
So
Lucky the three.
that's good. Even if 2 of them were short, so that's why we were able to get through more than last time. But yeah, those were fun ones. So this will not be next week, but in a future stream, we still have the style of learning and thinking test. And the attachment style questionnaire. And I think, and also in another future stream, we'll probably do like the autism one to see if you're autistic.
Yeah, sure.
See what it says anyway. See what level you are. But yeah, so next week, as I said, I think we'll do like fears and masks or masking or whatever, because it feels related to Halloween, which is next week. I'm good with the usual Thursday time for me and Friday for you. If you're happy to going ahead with our usual time, it would be Halloween for you because Friday is Halloween. Yeah, and then the following week we'll probably get back to some more psychology tests.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was another fun one. I enjoyed exploring the gamer stuff with you too.
That was fun.
That was a good one. Probably a good thing we didn't have Mike for that one because he's not into games at all. He's not a video gamer at all. Although I think he got into the Harry Potter legacy.
That's right. Yeah.
One, right. And is that an MMORPG?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So maybe he would have been able to answer it. Well, it's fine. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And be on the lookout for our next stream next week. And until next time, like I said last week, keep testing yourself.